Hello and welcome to Food Sciences at Happy Valley Middle School. My name is Miss Pearson and I'll be your teacher. Your schedule might say 6th grade Science in the Kitchen or 7th and 8th grade Food Science. But for the purposes of distance learning, it's all one class and everything will be run the same. But it's very important that you know which class you're in and which period you're in so that your grades will post to the correct place. All lessons and materials are located in your Google Classroom. If you don't have those Google Classroom codes and you need help, please email me right away and I'll get them to you. Here's what it will look like when you open it up. When you log into Google Classroom, you'll first see the stream. That's not really important. What is important is classwork. Click on the classwork link, and this is the menu that you'll see. You can scroll down. At the top are my office hours. Tells you that every day from Monday through Friday, I am available to help you from 1:30 to 2:30. This tells you directions of where to go and what password to put in order to enter my office hours. If you need a different time to meet with me, I have lots of available slots. Just click here and email me and I'll set something up for you. Okay. The next thing that's important is to go to lessons, weekly lessons and assignments. This is where you will get everything you need for learning. I'm going to show you an example. Right now it is week 4. So let's open up week 4's lesson. When you open up the lesson, you'll see my instructions, a general introduction, and then there will be several attachments. There's the lesson floor, there's the actual lesson itself, which is a slideshow. There's a weekly activities folder because each week after you do the lesson, you will choose an activity to do on your own. And then there's a link to Seesaw, which is the program that we are using to share all of the work you're doing on your own. So let's go through them one by one. First, open the lesson. If you put your slideshow in presentation mode, you click present and have your audio on, everything will be played automatically and I will talk you through the lesson. So here's what it sounds like.
Welcome to lesson 4. This week, how to measure ingredients, read a recipe, and how to wash dishes by hand.
You get the idea. So if you put it in present mode, I'll talk to you, even if it's just a static screen. But there are also videos in the lesson slides, so it's important to watch whatever videos you come across. So for example, here's another video. Okay. Do every slide in the lesson, and then at the very end, you'll see a slide that says end of lesson, and it prompts you to tell you what to do next. So the first thing you want to do when you finish this lesson is immediately take the quiz because things will be fresh in your mind. This is why it's really important that you know what your class period is and the name of your class. You will click on the correct link to take your quiz. So let's say you are in Food Science period 11. You'll click the quiz link and then take the quiz. I recommend that you do it immediately after doing the lesson so it's fresh in your mind. But if you don't do so well, you can go back and retake the quiz and I will enter the highest score. So you'll take the quiz and then you can log out of this lesson because the next thing you need to do is choose an activity. So we're back at the lesson in Google Classroom. And there's a weekly activities folder. You'll open up this folder and choose something to do on your own. Here's how it's organized. It starts out with a folder of how to use this folder. If you open that up, It will give you directions and examples of how to report what you did each week. And here's another quick guide, because you're not only going to do an activity, you're going to report to the class what you did. So you're going to post something to Seesaw, which is our sharing platform. So let's go back to the weekly activities. Each one of these folders has different types of activities in it. Now, if you just want to make the recipe that I present in the lesson each week, that's great. Make the recipe. But if you want to make something else, you can choose recipes from past and present classes. Here's a whole slew of recipes that I've used with kids. Or you could choose a recipe of your own. If you don't feel like cooking or you're not able to cook, there are newsletters that you can read about different topics. It'll teach you some history and some techniques for cooking, and it focuses on a different food each week. Or you can watch some cooking technique videos from America's Test Kitchen. There's a whole bunch of different topics here that you could watch. Let's see. We have food history and culture folder if you're interested in different cultures. We have travel videos and history of different foods. And I'm constantly adding to this, so it might be different every week. You can do there's some nutrition lessons and activities if you're interested in that. And there's even sewing and crafts. So feel free to explore these folders and do whatever you want, one activity a week. After you've done the activity, you need to post what you did on Seesaw. Seesaw is how we share with each other what we do each week. So you can go back to the assignment, click on Seesaw, and find which class you are. Make sure you click on the correct Seesaw for your period, and you'll be taken to the Seesaw platform. And here's the report. Here's what you're supposed to do. There's your instructions. Here is, if you click over here, it will show you examples of what it should look like. Here's your examples. And when you're ready to post, you just click Add Response. Okay, and I have a whole video on how to use Seesaw, so please look that over before you post your first activity. But here you can see that you'll be able to see everybody's activities that they've posted, which is really cool. So we are back here at our Google Classroom. Let's recap. My office hours. Please come every day, Monday through Friday, 1:30 to 2:30. I am sitting here waiting to help you. If you can't come in during that time, email me. Here's a link to my email, and I'll set up another time for you. Weekly lessons. Choose your lesson. Do the entire slideshow, and then click the link to your quiz. Then come back, choose a weekly activity to do, and then tell us about it in Seesaw. That's all there is. That's how the class is run. You will not see any grades in Google Classroom. All of your grades will be in Student View, which you should have received some information from your counselor on how to check your grades. If you need help with that, email me. All of your grades are there. This is just a place for you to get assignments and find resources. Okay? Welcome to the class. I hope you enjoy it, and I'm glad you're here. Bye.